Paul, you're head of capital markets for DTZ, and I wondered if you could give me an update on DTZ's activities.
Yeah, sure. Well, there is currently a great momentum at DTZ. We've been recruiting intensively last year, and we'll do it again this year. In 2013, we recruited in Europe only 365 people, one per day, including weekends, and I would say 42 people were capital markets professionals. So we are really, I think we are the fastest growing capital market advisor in Europe right now. We're winning new instructions, getting more market shares, and attracting new talents. So all very positive and with a lot of enthusiasm, I would say.
That's interesting, Paul. So you're specifically growing the capital markets team. Can you tell me a little bit more about the activities in the group?
Sure. The definition of capital markets is investment, sales and acquisition, and debt advisory, corporate finance. But most of the 200 staff we have across Europe dedicated to capital markets are doing investment and sales, asset sales and acquisitions. So it's a combination of country teams in all the key markets across Europe, obviously a strong position into the UK, but in most markets we're within the top three, either market leaders in some markets or number three in others. And we have a combination with an international capital market team based in London that I manage, which is dedicated to track new source of capital across the globe. And we have a Chinese person we just recruited in London last week. So we are very much advising these clients to come into Europe.
So your team's specifically tracking capital flows. What do you see as the hot money that's looking at Europe?
The hot money comes from Canadian investors. We just advised a few months ago PSP on their acquisition of the SEGRO platforms across Europe. North America, 65% of the money raised globally last year was raised for opportunistic funds, mainly US funds, Blackstone, Lone Star, Brookfield, etc. So that's really money actively looking for opportunities in Europe. And obviously Asia. In Asia, you have not the usual suspect, but the Korean investors, the Malaysian investors and Singapore, obviously, who have bought over the last 3-4 years into the UK, now moving to Paris and Frankfurt. But last but not least, Chinese money. That's really a segment where we're extremely present, where we are one of maybe the market leader in China. And we have an international capital market team in Asia as well, working with us in Europe. So Chinese money, you will have the institutional money, insurance companies like Ping An, who bought the Lloyd's headquarters, and private investors. Chinese private investors have as much buying power as an institution, and they're really looking for opportunities New York and London, and very shortly Paris and Frankfurt. So Chinese money is going to be a 5-year exciting wave of capital coming into Europe.
Thank you, Paul.